Are you a seasoned traveler to Edinburgh, or maybe even a local? In that case, this video is all for you. My name is Kat, aka Kakibot, and I make guides to Edinburgh, Glasgow, Scotland, you name it, really, that's my specialty. I have made a video about hidden gems in Glasgow recently, and one about Edinburgh a couple of years ago. A lot of the places in that video are already closed, so I think that it is time to revisit this concept. I know that a lot of you will appreciate it. Most of the places in this video are really family friendly, so if you are traveling with a family, kiddos and such, dogs maybe even, or if you live here with a family, then do keep watching because there's gonna be plenty of things to do. Okay, now I'm gonna get up and see how much wet stuff I have on the front of my outfit and we're gonna get exploring. Let's go. Okay, we are starting at a place that I wanted to show you forever. Unfortunately, as plans go, this one is a bit high maintenance because it relies both on having an okay weather, but also on the tides. We are right next to Cramond village, next to Cramond beach, and also overlooking Cramond Island. Cramond is a really nice spot here in Edinburgh. It's really close to Lauriston Castle, another hidden gem I always recommend you visit. So if you're already traveling this way, don't worry, this is still within the city of Edinburgh and much closer than, let's say, the airport. So it is very doable. You will just have to check out this little handy dandy chart to make sure that you will actually be able to walk there before you are forced to call 999, the coast guards, and be saved, you little damsel in distress.
So, as previously mentioned, your visit to the island will depend on the tide and your timing. Most days there are 2 windows to cross over, and in the summer you'll be able to take advantage of the long days and be a bit more flexible. On a sunny day like this, it really is a treat. The island is small, but the views from its top are beautiful. You can see the bridges, the Kingdom of Fife, Granton, and perhaps even little bits of Leith peeking through the haze. The remaining structures on the island are leftovers from World War II. The island has actually played a role in protecting the Firth of Forth during both the wars. Even the little teeth along the causeway were originally built to avoid smaller boats crossing while tide was high. Now they are mostly used as little pedestals for corvids and seagulls, who seem to have a whale of a time here trying to get into all sorts of mollusks for a treat. I tried to find some sea glass as a gift for a friend, but all I got was this forbidden jelly bean. Maybe you will be luckier. Another thing that is kind of fun to do around here is plane watching. In the morning, the airplanes straight up eclipse the sun for a second, which is kind of terrifying. But if you do want to see some airplanes from real close, let's go to our next hidden gem. At this address, you can either stand above the train tracks and wait for the elusive double rainbow of a landing airplane and a train zooming off to cross the Firth, or you can actually go and walk into the adjacent field. If you wanted to be a bit of a cute weirdo, you could even set up a little picnic here and enjoy the gigantic metal tubes full of humans zoom right above you. Just follow these yellow structures that are leading the planes onto the runway. So maybe if you're picking up or returning a rental car around the airport, you should stop by here on your way.
So next up, I want to take you to a little foodie place, which is definitely very well hidden, kind of newish, and also very possibly the answer to my endless prayers for finally getting some home-cooked, warm Polish food here in Edinburgh. But before we go and have some heavenly pierogi, I have to get something off my chest, which is that I am utterly embarrassed about my lack of knowledge of Polish language. These are my neighbors, my Slav brethren, and it just doesn't make any sense that somehow I feel more comfortable thanking for food in Korean than I feel in Polish. But I now know my jagody from my truskawki, all thanks to logging into Rosetta Stone each night as a part of my post-dinner routine. My brain can make it a bit of a nightmare to keep focus on my goals, but Rosetta Stone's dynamic immersion is a big help. I love that their lessons work with both listening and speaking, but also images to help you memorize everything. Who says adults don't deserve pictures? Their true accent technology actually really impressed me because it doesn't let things slide when I mess up. Sed moro. Shed moro. I also enjoy that Rosetta Stone fits into my day in so many ways. I take most lessons on my laptop, but I also have the app on my phone, which lets me learn and review on long tram rides. They even have a story mode and an audio companion, where you can practice listening and pronunciation by immersing yourself in real-life conversations. So, if you also have a language or two on your to-learn list, why not check out the link in my description box? It gives you 60% off Rosetta Stone's lifetime subscription with access to 25 languages. Okay, all of that study talk has made me hungrier. I think it is time to go eat some pierogi.
Scotland has a huge Polish community, and tragically to all of us lovers of tasting homey cuisine of any and every culture, our local Poles seem to mostly be keeping their tasty treats to themselves. Thankfully, Bar Mleczny has opened its door not so long ago. This is a retro-styled little eatery with some sit-in space, but mostly focusing on delivery. They have veggie and vegan options and also a rotating menu updating every Friday. On the day we drove past, the sun was finally waking up from its winter hiatus, so we had to take advantage of this sole little table outside to have our pierogi with sauerkraut and mushrooms, hunter's schnitzel with mushrooms and cheese, that was the weekly special, a side of this absolutely stunning celeriac remoulade, like some high cuisine flavors going on here, and also some baby potatoes with herbs and butter, proving that sometimes simplicity is just the best choice. We also had to have a tiny piece, or maybe two, of the honey cake, because a homemade one, if you ever see a homemade one, you have to have it, because it's just so much better than the store-bought one. Yum!
Now, here is one hidden gem for all of you lovers of gentle strolls in the Scottish sunshine while appreciating cute architecture like this amazing bandstand behind me and having a coffee and seeing like nice upkept gardens. This is Saughton Park. It is down kind of in Gorgie area. So essentially imagine if you're in Haymarket, you walk down into Dalry and then continue on to Gorgie and then you're here. I think this is genuinely the most beautiful park that we have kind of on this side of the city, outside of the city center. I think if you find yourself around here, perhaps if you're walking the Water of Leith walkway, you do need to stop by here. It is a great place to just like eat lunch, and again, there's a cafe, you can grab a coffee. There's even like a little skate park and a huge kids playground, so an amazing place to spend some time with your family.
Did you know that Saughton Park used to be a mental health asylum? Apparently, it was much lauded for its humane and progressive approach, including horticultural therapy, something you can still get a little bit of on your own, as there truly is nothing more soothing than popping over to this park on a sunny afternoon to enjoy the physics garden, eat a snack in the bandstand, or visit the local greenhouse. And another little fun tidbit about this park, during World War II times, it was actually used to grow onions for Edinburgh's hospitals. If you are staying anywhere around the tram line in Edinburgh, do yourself a favour and have a little trip to the spot just before Edinburgh Airport, EDINBURGH Park. This is a newly constructed area which on a nice day gives almost a Copenhagen-y vibe, possibly because it's not only clean and modern, but also filled with some of the city's most exquisite vinoiserie. Patina is known among locals, however its location still deters many of them from trying the treat, which I can only describe as a great folly because this place is amazing. We had a pan Swiss, so buttery and crunchy on the outside and tender on the inside with lovely aromatic pieces of dark chocolate and vanilla cream. The maritozzo, because maritozzi is plural and yes, this is a hill I will be dying on today, was lovely. A slightly savory sweet bread bun filled with vanilla cream and whipped cream, somehow filling and light at the same time. We also shared one of their sandwiches, salty and olive oily in the best way possible, and of course some top tier coffee. I say this is very much worth the tram ticket. Plus, you might also run into this little mini horse. Well, don't ask. If you'd rather have your coffee somewhere slightly more central, may I recommend the Singapore Coffee House in Cannon Mills. Coincidentally, the previous tenant of this space has been featured on my now very old original Hidden Gems video. So the good news is, if you wanted to come here, you still can. It's just gonna be for Singaporean cooking rather than American pancakes. The vibe here is quite unlike any other Edinburgh place, and so is the menu. It's quite compact, so no choice paralysis here. My personal fave is the kaya gem toast. Kaya gem is made with coconut, pandan and palm sugar. You can have it alongside the soft-boiled eggs for that savory sweet light meal. We also tried a murtabak, a roti bread stuffed with haggis and some Singaporean dipping sauces. Walking deeper north into Leith, specifically New Haven, I have unearthed an unexpected little gem of a cafe, Milk, at the Edinburgh Sculpture Workshop. The workshop itself is mostly an actual workspace for artists, but seems to have artsy events on from time to time, so, check their website, you might find something you're into. However, Milk, the cafe, is open every day for both coffee and food. I would say that on a sunny day like this, it is a great little spot to take advantage of all that outside seating while watching someone chip away at a grand piece of work. I reckon sipping a flat white here is gonna make you feel even cooler than you already are. This was not my first visit to Colinton Tunnel, and yet I always end up surprised with just how lovely walking through it is. All of the art has been created by Chris Rutherford with the help of pupils from local schools, and it illustrates a Robert Louis Stevenson poem called From a Railway Carriage, which has been written in a way that kinda gives you the auditory sensation of being on a train, steadily chugging along. Faster than fairies, faster than witches, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches, and charging along like troops in a battle all through the meadows, the horses and cattle, all of the sights of the hill and the plain, fly as thick as driving rain, and ever again in the wink of an eye, painted stations fizzle by. Here is a child who clambers and scrambles all by himself and gathering brambles. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes, and there is the green for stringing the daisies. Here is a cart run away in the road, lumping along with man and load. And here is a mill, and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. We are gonna finish this video at the lovely Macau kitchen, a little eatery led by the chef Kay de Freitas, who comes up with weekly specials alongside a stable dinner menu filled with Macanese cuisine favorites. Macanese cuisine brings fusion of Portuguese and Southeast Asian flavors, and here you can order staples like minchi, minced meat fried with potatoes, and a sunny-side-up egg. We went for the bolinhos fritters as a starter. These kind of taste like savory whitefish fish cakes, and then followed with the special spicy chicken. We asked for spice level 4 out of 5, and it was perfect for 2 spice appreciators like us, not like horribly spicy at all. Then we also tried the sweet and spicy squid, perfectly tender and really tasty when dipped in the fruity chili sauce of the day. This place is BYOB, but they also have some interesting specialty drinks on the menu. Plus, naturally, you can get some fragrant teas to go with your dinner.
That was fun, wasn't it? And also tasty, and it made me very nostalgic for all the travels around East Asia. It's good that someone is bringing those sort of flavors into Edinburgh, and I now know that I can have them anytime I want, as long as I save up some money. If you do enjoy this sort of content, please do stick around this channel. Please do click the subscribe button and ideally also the little bell button so you never miss any new videos coming out. I do actually have a little backup list of more hidden gems. This is because when I was working on this list of hidden gems, I did have a couple of places that I really wanted to make a part of it, but because it is still first half of March, some of the places just didn't look that great, and I, wouldn't do them the right service by showing you them basically still like as we're trying to get out of winter. So there will definitely be another hidden gems video coming out possibly later this year. I'm gonna do a bit more research and then, I'm gonna get one ready for you. These are really fun for me to make, and I hope you enjoy them too. If you enjoy everything I do, including this video, but maybe beyond, and maybe you wanna get access to more videos, perhaps some bonus videos, then I do recommend you head on over to Patreon. This is the address, and again, I do make bonus videos over there, usually once a month, and also you can always send me a message asking me if there's anything specific you would like me to make one about. I'm always open to your ideas and suggestions, and of course it's also a way of sending me a message, so yeah, head on over there. If you are traveling to Edinburgh and maybe it's been a while or it is your first time, then I do recommend you head on over to MAPPR. There's going to be a link in the description box. MAPPR is a great little platform with maps hand curated by locals, and I do have a map there for you to peruse. It has over 100 places on it, and you can give me a little tip, pay me a little bit of like a bonus payment and access all of those great faves of mine. If you just want to stay in touch, then I do recommend you stop by Instagram, Kakibot and Kakiblog. Kakibot is more of a nerdy sort of fan arty and merch designy side of things. Kakiblog is more of the sort of life in Scotland and eating and traveling around Edinburgh kind of concept. So yeah, whichever one you prefer, or both. Okay, that is it from me. This has been so much fun. I am so glad some of you at least have stayed around until the very end, and yeah, thank you, especially you guys with all the patience. Okay, I shall see you soon.